Hello, I'm Tom and I'm a wellbeing coach at Isorropia. When it comes to recovery from mental health issues, people often ask, how? How does it work? How does it come about? Well, if you take the three letters of how, H-O-W, they can stand for honesty, in the sense of being honest with ourselves, open-mindedness and willingness. In this video, I'm talking about the O part, open-mindedness. I haven't always been an open-minded person, and from time to time, I still fall back into closed-mindedness. One aspect of my thinking that kept me in a state of unhappiness was an unhealthy habit I had called contempt prior to investigation. Basically, a potential solution to help my problems would be put to me by someone, and my brain would instantly go to, well, that might work for other people, but it won't work for me. Or, that's all fine in theory, but I'll never be able to do it. My lack of open-mindedness was basically working at the level of a toddler facing broccoli for the first time. Something like, I don't like it. Well, have you ever tried it? No, but I know I don't like it. It was contempt, meaning I totally dismissed it prior to investigation. These days, I'm quite a fan of mindfulness and meditation, but it was years after it was first suggested to me that I even dabbled with it. It was new and different, and I found that scary, difficult, and weird. So I used contempt prior to investigation to avoid even trying. With hindsight, I realised the only person to have missed out would have been me. The other way I used closed-mindedness as an avoidance technique was I tried that before and it didn't work. I would take an idea, prod it and poke it, a bit like that toddler with the broccoli image, and then grandly conclude, tried it, doesn't work. And in the short term, that suited me. It meant I didn't have to challenge myself or put any effort into trying something unfamiliar. But if I think back now to when I got my driving license, there's an alternative view. The first time I took my driving test, I failed. Now, if I did my usual, tried it, can't do it, I'll never do it, I wouldn't have tried a second time, which is when I passed. There was just enough open-mindedness for me to try again. And in order to get what I really wanted, i.e., a full driving license. If I'd gone with my tendencies towards, that's it, it's all over, I'll never drive, it's just not possible, the only person to miss out, again, would have been me. If I can give another personal example of how strong closed-mindedness can be with me, if you'd met me 18 months ago, when I was still using mental health services, I would have sworn blind, I'll never work again. 1, I can't hold down a job, and 2, no one will ever give me a job anyway. Well, not with my CV and all its gaps for mental health problems. I'm a born loser, a failure, and surplus to society's requirements. And you wouldn't have been able to shift my view with logic or counterpoints. My mind was that closed. But since I found out it's great to be wrong sometimes, I now have a full-time job doing something I love. So, what changed? The key to overcoming a closed mind is to take action. In my case, small steps over weeks and months, just trying new stuff. Didn't matter if I believed I'd be any good at it, just experiment and see what happens. The good news is the mind only needs to be open a chink for the change to begin. After all, the only person stopping me achieving my potential was me. And the only person who can really change my self-doubt and self-critical mindset was also me. Open-mindedness helps us to start appreciating life again. I used to sit and bemoan, oh, I used to enjoy doing stuff and now I don't. For me, that was things like acting and playing music. There were still both options, but I couldn't seem to see that. A more open-minded approach would have been, they're not part of my life like they once were, but that doesn't mean they're gone forever. Didn't exactly come back overnight, it was little by little. The point is, it's possible that the hobby, the sport, the skills and talents you have could be back. Moving to an attitude of open-mindedness allowed me to take that leap of faith to enjoy my hobbies and interests again. And I found I hadn't lost any of my work knowledge and learning either. They just needed to be taken out of retirement and put into action. One final thought on open-mindedness. You don't have to take my word for it. You can try it for yourself. Enjoy the journey of finding your own description of what open-mindedness means for you. It's healthy for me to keep an open mind that other people may well have other definitions and personal experiences of open-mindedness that I can learn from. Please stay safe, keep an open mind, and we'll see you again for another video very soon.